outside a little bit. So let's see what we have. Now I was playing with these cards. I'm gonna keep doing my signs. I said I was gonna my whole thought process right now is to do Gemini. That hasn't popped up yet. See if anything pops out. Holy Spirit, please allow me to check the messages. Mutable moon says nothing is yet set in stone. Taurus on the bottom of the deck, but I won't want to pop out. Let's see what this is. A time for you. Here we go, y'all, again. This thing keeps stopping. Let's see what sign we have anyway. Nothing that's yet set in stone. 3:33 on the timer. I think that's what it said. Yeah. 3:33. All these private planes driving over. I don't even like to see them things like that. I think of the type of people with the money to fly the private planes over them. And then I think of all the stuff that I've been going through lately and what people with that kind of money, what they do with it and the way they act. They feel like they can just pay for stuff to be done to people. Like the cowards that sit back and just start chaos while they sit up in the privacy of their home and they start the chaos and the drama and the confusion. They bring people down, use their money to manipulate things and people and energy. It's like devils. The devils. The devil wears Prada. Yeah. They don't care about other people for real. Not all of them are like that, but I mean, yeah. To sit up and distinguish between them. Cancer. That's what we have right here. That a personal issue reaches resolution. I don't know about y'all. I never really had personal issues until other people started getting in my business. Until other people started inserting themselves where they don't belong. Until other people started overstepping their boundaries. And deciding they're going to make your business their business. That's where my problem started. Outside of that, it's always just been your basic issues. Just your regular stuff that you go through in life. other people got involved in my life, that's when it started to be way beyond just your regular issues. There's the normal stuff that you deal with so long, you know how to control it and you know how to get through certain things. But then there's the other stuff that other people come around and they evoke or incite, and it's like a whole nother level of drama. I hate drama, y'all. Family setup. I hate drama, and it's like you spent all your life trying to avoid the drama. And in the house, by the way, most of the time, just avoiding the drama, living your life and trying to raise your kids the best way that you know how. And then they finally get to the age where they're gone, they're up and they're leaving and they're moving around, or the stage where they're out on their own now. And the house is empty, and the first thing I think of is it's time for me to be able to live my life. It's time for me to be able to have a life, only to get it cut short. It's like as soon as you start living, then it's a problem with everybody. As long as you were in the house doing nothing, just surviving, not thriving in anything, really no goals. The whole sole purpose of life is to try to get your children established. As soon as they get out and get on their own, and you think you're supposed to have a life of your own, and then that's when the drama kicks in. It's like that's when you realize that people aren't who they pretend to be. So when you realize a lot of people are fake, that's when you realize a lot of people like to see you the way you were, not really anything going on, because they could just be the way they are, and you'll never exceed anything that they're doing. Like you will never be looked at it as if you're in a higher or a better place than them. As long as you stay there and they stay where they are, then everybody is happy with that. As soon as you start moving around to do something better, then you start getting attacked. Then all of a sudden everybody wants to mind your business, see what it is you're doing. Everybody wants to include themselves. All of a sudden people who didn't care about life, who were content in whatever it is they had going on, all of a sudden they're trying to do what you're doing. All of a sudden there's jealousy arising in places where it's never been, because you've always been kind of underneath these people. And now you're doing stuff. Now you're able, you can do stuff. You can step outside of that box. Now you don't have any little babies in your house to attend to anymore, and you can do what makes you happy instead of doing what you have to do for the children's sake. And now there's a problem, because what makes you happy is also putting you in a better place than where you was before. And so that place may be exceeding a place that people expected you to just die in. And now there's a problem. Because no one ever expected you to actually try to do something else different with your life. They always expected you to just sit in the same spot and be the same person and just do the same things over and over and over again. And they were also content with sitting in the same spot, being the same people, doing the same things. Because again, They were always here and you were always here. And so it was okay for you to always look up to them. And so when it seemed like you're doing something that may leave them here where they was, but this time you're here, then there's an issue. Then there's when all the problems arise. Yeah, and then all of a sudden all the support you have, or at least they pretend as if you have, is gone out the door. Now all of a sudden you're looked at like the bad person. Now all of a sudden here you are, and you have to struggle now to do just basic things because you were thriving too much doing what it was that you were doing. Honestly, I don't even really like people anymore. I don't trust anybody. Now people coming at you from all different directions. Good, the bad, and the ugly. It's hot. And I'm sitting on wet grass. And the flies are attacking my straw and my drink. I can't drink it anymore, so I gotta take the top off. Matter of fact, I think I have, yeah, I have another straw right here. I don't like people. You know, I used to love people at one point. A lot of people. Now I'm to the point where I don't like them. I just don't want to be around people. I don't really want to help people. You know what's funny is I helped a lot of people who had more than me. I helped a lot of people who had less than me. But you'd be surprised of the amount of people with much more than you that actually need to help themselves. And maybe not on a financial level, on a spiritual level, on a mental level. Yeah, I was thinking earlier, Kanye West said it best when he said the people highest up got the lowest self-esteem. You'd be surprised how many people actually need the help when it comes down to certain things, who appear to have a lot more than you. But you know, at a certain point, it's like a mental illness when you're there to help people and what they do is attack you. They'll attack you out loud on a physical level and then sit back and watch you spiritually and try to learn from you spiritually. It's like, you know that people are going through it. Like you need a psychiatrist. Like you need a therapist. You need You need Jesus. Something is wrong with you. When you attack a person on a physical level and then sit back and try to monitor them and learn from them while you're spiritually stalking them. And so you'll have all of this confusion going on around them, and you'll still be sitting back in the background watching them trying to learn, trying to do the things they do, say the things they say, move the way they move. But they was right there in your face, and instead of you treating them with dignity, with respect, you choose to do things to try to get attention. And so you'll tear them down before you build them up or lift them up, and then you'll sit in the background and you'll try to take the things they say and do and build your own life up. It's like knowing you need somebody but without wanting to give them the credit. That's a mental illness. That's an issue that, believe it or not, a lot of people have in life. They'll know exactly how they could benefit from you. They know exactly what you're there to do. They know they need you. But they would act as if they don't, because they don't want to respect you. They don't want to look up to you, a person they feel like should be beneath them. They don't want anybody to know that they actually learning from you. In some cases, they don't want anybody to know that they want to be you. Because they have so much more than you. And it's sick. It's sick, y'all. 303. I was going to do cancer. They need to go and get some medical help to deal with their mental state. And they'll sit around and they'll cause the most suffering in people's lives. And I ain't like the guy that I was just talking to. He said he likes to suffer. Remind me of that video I was watching with Kevin Gates in it. And he was just saying that instead of asking God, why me? He's gotten this mentality like, why not me? I'm built for this. I'm made for this. It's almost like he enjoys going through whatever it is that he's going through. Like, that's a great way to look at it. Truth be told, that is not me. If this boy leave and come back here one more time, I don't know what his problem. Y'all, it looks so stupid. I swear he will leave and be gone for 10 minutes and come right back to this park. What are you doing? He come right back here and go through the woods like his house is made in the woods. He leave for a few minutes, go to the store, come right back and go straight back in the woods. It's like I hate it here because this park used to be so quiet, and now all of a sudden you can't keep people away from it. It's like him. He watchers, because I've been over here for long enough to know how quiet this park used to be. You would drive by sometimes and there'd be people out here, but not Not for that long, y'all. This man I was just talking to, like, he don't even. He asked me how long it's been here right here. It's like, my question is, why is it attracting so many people all of a sudden? Because it's been here for longer than I've been here. And I've been here for 11 years. I don't know why it's attracting all these people all of a sudden. This guy in a black truck act like he lived back there. He act like he lived back there in the woods. And it's so annoying to me. It's to the point where I don't even walk back there anymore. It's like, what the hell are all y'all doing in there? All the time. All the time. And then the moment I think I have this space to myself, peace and quiet came out of one of the houses through the other side of the woods. Down there at the other end or something. It's like a little trick, a little mind game. All the cars here gone, but it's still somebody back there walking. Never used to be like this before. Never. And so for me, I go to places to have like a peace of mind, meditate sometimes, let my brain just kind of go, and so it won't be so directed to just get the, especially in Atlanta. It's like I came back to kind of chaos. And I know there's people whole sole purpose, they don't want me here because they built the lifestyle off of me. That's what's so funny. People with money, people without money, people that's just trying to have money, and so they trying to do weird stuff to fit in with the people at the top with the money. I recognize where a lot of people, they mimic me and my lifestyle, my life. And so they don't just watch it, they watch it and they take bits and pieces from it that they think they can win with, and then they go off and try to win with my life. With that, because I'm the one still sitting out suffering, I'm the one that's still going through the stuff that I go through. But you have a bunch of people around that's winning with my life. Whether it's because they've made me their talking point every day when they're dealing with certain people, whether it's because I've inspired them to write different things that have made them money, whether it's because I've given them a certain personality to kind of absorb that has brought them more friends, more clout. It's like everybody is an actor. Everybody is an actor. Trying to get in where they can fit in somehow. Reminds me of the girl, I think she was in California, who put on a whole show and pretended as if she won a lottery. Come to find out, she wasn't even a winner. That's what these people remind me of here in Georgia. Like everybody trying to put on a show to pretend as if they winners. But the things they do, the way they carry themselves, their lack of integrity, like losers to me. And so you may be able to pretend as if you're in my personality. Pretend as if you own that. Pretend as if it's you. But you can only pretend for so long before the real you starts to come out again. And I say again because I know I'm not the only one people do this to. It's probably people out here that look very bipolar. They probably have been in a whole lot of different personalities around this thing as time that went by. But it's not personalities because they've grown and they've changed over time, which is what you should be doing. You should be learning lessons. You should be growing. You should be changing over time. But this is not really what they do. They just find other people, steal from them, and then play that role for however long they need to play that role until they can find somebody else to I don't know, until they can find somebody else's personality to steal. Part of me, part of me want to stay here, but I think it's more so just out of spite than anything. Because I know once I leave here, then they can sit down and win peacefully in my energy. But as long as I'm here, people are able to recognize it easily. As long as I'm here, I'm able to see it and say certain things about it. Doesn't matter. This video gonna get one view on it, and it's probably gonna be the person who all in my energy, the person who trying to be me. That's who's gonna watch the video. It's sad. I'll come back with this cancer read.